Yo, what up? It's Roger from the Mascarilla Podcast. We did it first. Remember, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram for more interviews with your favorite emerging artists. Today we're back with another episode, and we got SSGKobe live in the studio. What's up, man?
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, everybody?
I appreciate you coming through. Are you living in LA now, or?
Nah, I'm still back at home in Louisiana. I come out to LA to visit though, to do work or
Right.
mainly work.
We're recording this on August 30th, 2021. There was just a pretty crazy hurricane in Louisiana, right?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. My side of Louisiana was pretty good. But to some people, like the people in New Orleans and around towns surrounding that area, and even a little bit of towns away from it, kind of got it pretty bad.
Because you're from Centerville?
Yeah, right. I'm from Centerville,
And
Louisiana.
And I looked it up. I was trying to find the population.
Yeah.
Is there 500 people?
Nah. There's probably like probably like 3,000 to 5,000.
Okay, 3,000 to 5,000. Still very small.
Yeah, it's not like village, but it's like pretty small.
There's like a couple stoplights.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I would assume, is there like a high school in the town or no?
Yeah, Centerville High School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where I go to.
And you're like 2 hours away from New Orleans.
Yeah, like an hour 30. Yeah, hour 32. Yeah, depending on traffic.
Because you're 18?
17.
You're 17. You turn 18 in December.
Yeah, this December I turn 18.
So you weren't even really. You have no memory of Hurricane Katrina.
No,
You were like 3 or
I was
2.
Like, 2 turning 3, something like that. I was a baby. I don't remember.
But so what was it like growing up in Centerville with pretty small population? Like how many kids were in your like graduating class in high school?
Growing up in Louisiana, in Centerville, Louisiana, is pretty it's pretty chill. I mean, it's not really too much like out of the ordinary. I mean, we have like our sports like every other place does. We have like, what I'm saying, our school, our everything. We have each other. It's like a smaller community, so like we're kind of like more together than like, spread out type like how LA is.
Right.
Like, so yeah, it's like that. But it's nice,
It's just, I would assume it's one of those towns where everyone knows everybody's business.
Yeah. I mean, it really depends. It's like by age though. Like people that's in like 50 through 60, like they got their own thing.
Right.
And like the teenagers and like the young adults. But young adults don't really stay in Louisiana. It's mostly just like the kids growing up, and then like the older people that's already there. Like
Right.
No
Right.
young adults really stay in Centerville.
But like if you get like in a fight in middle school,
Yeah.
they're going to talk about that fight for the next
Yeah.
30 years.
Yeah, I think the school, right? There's like school like 10 minutes away from my school, and then there's another school like 10 minutes away from my school. So everybody's like close.
Right.
But it's in different cities.
Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I have two sisters and a brother. Yeah.
Younger, older?
Oh yeah, I'm the oldest. Yeah.
So they're like watching you on YouTube and they're like, "Oh shit,
Yeah, basically.
he's blowing up."
Yeah, basically.
And were they involved in music at all?
Not really. They just listen to like different types of music. Like I didn't grow up listening to rap type. Yeah.
So what kind of stuff were they playing when you were a little bit younger?
Between my grandma, my mom, and my dad, I was listening to like jazz and like blues and like that type of more style. Like that, yeah.
And what age, like how old were you when you remember like taking an interest in music of your own and trying to find your own stuff?
Yeah, I was around 13. I'd probably say when I actually like started to, try to make music.
And that was like, doing the quick math in my head, still like the first SoundCloud Wave, like 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
So who were artists that you were listening to at the time?
I found Juice WRLD whenever he made All Girls Were the Same. I was listening to X whenever he made Sippin' Tea in Your Hood. I was listening to Uzi, That Money Longer, Cardi, What, all
Classic.
those. Yeah, I was
Classic era.
Yeah, basically when all that was coming out, I was kind of like already listening to it. So I'm pretty like deep in like the SoundCloud. Like I kind of know a good bit about it.
You're well versed in your SoundCloud history.
Yeah.
I was reading in an interview, or maybe watching an interview, that you played AAU basketball.
Yeah, I played.
And you not only got kicked off once, you got kicked off 3 years in a row from your team.
Yeah, I didn't get kicked off my AAU team. I got kicked off my high school team. Yeah. But yeah, I did get kicked off all my years of like
Why?
high school.
What was happening?
I just don't get along like with the coaches. Like I only had one coach that like we had like a love-hate relationship type. Like we was cool outside of basketball, but like whenever it got like time to do basketball, like we just did not click. But like outside of it, that's probably like the only coach I really like still like talk to.
Huh.
Yeah.
Were you mad when you were getting kicked off? You had to go home and tell your parents I got kicked off again? Like
I would just go home. Like the first time I was kind of like, oh man, I got kicked off the team. Sophomore year, I was like, okay. Junior year, I was like, cool, like whatever. I didn't care. But the first time for sure, I was definitely like kind of upset. I was like, what? I wanted to play. But then I realized like I'm doing music and I could still like play basketball with my cousins and stuff. Outside of school, I could do stuff like that. So I was kind of okay. I was straight.
Because when you say your junior year, that's last year.
Yeah.
You're still in high school.
Yeah, I'm a senior now.
So last year, you're already like a successful musician. So you're like, fuck this shit. I'm not going to listen to a coach yell at me and he's trying to make me run sprints. It's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like over dumb stuff. Like it would just be like me arguing with like another like a senior that's trying to like punk me out tight or like try to be, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just don't go for it. And then I get in trouble for going back and forth. Then I'll go back and forth with the coach. Then I'll go back and forth with both of them. And then they'll just be like, get out. So
Did you ever drop a line on your coach? Be like, yo, man, I make more money than you. Shut the fuck up.
Nah. I don't be going that. I don't do that reckless. I mean, there's like a line, but like there's a line of like, you know what I'm saying, like respect and stuff. Like that's just like I couldn't even imagine being like a coach and like a kid telling me that. Like I don't know what I would do.
Quit. Just fucking quit.
Yeah, like it's just like damn. Like what can you say? But some people are like over that. Like some people here they won't worry about it. There's some people they'll let that get to them.
Yeah.
I mean it really depends on the person.
Yeah. I still fantasize about. I'm far removed from high school. I fantasize about running into one certain old high school teacher and just pretty much saying that in so many words. It's like, man, you hated on me when I was in high school, and now look at me, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's how it be, though. Like, that's how it be with, a lot of artists, a lot of, like, people who is starting, like, their own brand, clothing, podcasts, you know, interviews, anything. Like, nobody's really gonna, like, support you. Like, you have to be your own support system. Like, to be honest. But I guess that's what makes you, like, built for it at the end. Because, you know, you did it by yourself. You started from yourself. So, it's not like you owe anybody anything or, like, you know what I'm saying? You did it by yourself. So,
yeah, I mean, granted, each situation is different. But I think a lot of it comes from, like, a place of insecurity. Someone else sees you working on something that you love and they wish that they could also, but they don't have the confidence or they don't have the skill, and they're like, oh, it's not gonna work out, bro, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, especially from like if you're in a small area like me.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because you said in one of your interviews that there were like kids in high school when I mean, you're still in high school, but there were kids who didn't really like believe in you.
Yeah, nah. And it wasn't even like believe. Like I would literally get like bullied like for my music. Like even like girls I was trying to talk to type stuff. Like they would play my music out loud. Like just like stuff to make like just to make me uncomfortable. Or,
Wow.
like like it was really like weird. And then it'd be like people who would just talk about my music and say I wouldn't do this. And then it's funny seeing it like that in freshman to like senior, like any girl I really want to talk to, like I can talk to, and like all the people. It's funny because like the person who literally was like my biggest hater in high school, is, like my biggest fan now.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's the only person I call a fan. I call everybody else supporters. I don't. He's the only fan. So
And now they're like, yo, let me get a feature.
yeah, not even that, bro. His sister sent me like a video of him listening to my song.
Wow.
I'm like, come on, bro.
And you're still in high school and you're still in school with all these kids and you've like blown up much more over the past even 6 months.
Yeah, definitely.
So when does school start?
I mean, school been started. I'm doing online right now,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I kind of I haven't been like exactly on my work. Like I've been on it, but like I've been a little bit slacking since I've been out here. So I don't know what I'm finna do when I get back home or what my parents finna do. But regardless, I think whenever my birthday turns, if I'm going to school with people, like I can't finish through May. I'm gonna have to like get my GED or
Right.
something. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
You can't because it's too much work, or you can't because you just like it's
Not
so far removed from what you're doing out here.
I'm just mentally not gonna be able to check in. Like even last year, like I was that was my first year I started like falling asleep in class. Like I've never fell asleep in class before, and it's just like I don't know. I don't feel like I'm too good for the work. I just feel like I could be doing so many other things to be bettering my situation that I'm doing right now that actually has like I have a future and I have a goal. So like why am I wasting it on something like you know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
I mean,
It's a double-edged sword,
it's
to be honest.
1:30 in the afternoon. You just came from Hollywood. You're recording a podcast. But at the same time, I'm sure you're supposed to be in like an online class learning about geometry or something. And it's like, what the fuck is the point?
Not even that, bro. Like last year, bro, we had a class. Listen, bro, we had a class where we learned about drones.
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 I mean, that sounds sick if you're in high school and you're bored.
But when, like, bro, drones. Like, we get a grade.
So you get
for
to
drones.
fly the drones?
Bro, we flew them, like, maybe 5 times the whole year. It's like, why am I doing drones? You know what I'm saying? When I could be doing music. And it's like,
Yes.
my parents and them are, like, stressing over, like, the school stuff. I'm like, I'm going to get it done. Because, like, I'll pass, even if my grades were not, like, you know what I'm saying, straight A's type. Like, I've always passed. Like, I've never failed. Even, like, I've never failed a grade. So, but, I mean, I guess all parents really worry about school.
So your parents are still on you,
Mm.
even though, like, you've signed a record deal and you have hundreds of thousands of followers. They're still like, you better log into that online class.
Yeah, every day.
I get it, I guess, because it's high school. It's
Yeah.
not like it's college.
Yeah,
If it was
yeah.
college, it's like, yeah, sure, leave. But high school is like, you gotta get the diploma.
Yeah,
You
and it's
need
like
it.
I'm right there, too.
Yeah.
So,
Like, you don't want to live the rest of your life being a high school dropout. Like, it's just
Mm.
such a, like, you're so close.
yeah, I want to do it. I just, I don't know.
I read that your name was inspired by Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
You were into Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
I see you kind of got the Harry Potter shades on right now.
Yeah.
Is that inspo for the look?
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big fan of Harry Potter. I was reading all the Harry Potter books since I was in like 4th, 5th grade. Yeah, I've watched all the movies multiple times. I'm just a big fan. I like it. I like the whole world.
Would you ever get the Harry Potter face tattoo?
Nah. No, I wouldn't do that. But maybe like a video if it was like for like I would do it in a
Huh.
video. Yeah, but I wouldn't get a tattoo.
That's actually a pretty interesting video concept because every young rapper has a video of them in like high school class. It's like a cliche thing at this point. Like everyone's done it. But if you were in like a Hogwarts class, that'd be pretty fire.
Yeah, that would be hard. I was
Um,
talking about that the other day with my friend.
oh, like is that like actually a plan?
Eventually, yeah. I'm thinking for like when I have like something bigger, tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of encouraged you a few years ago of like, I like music, maybe you're even recording it, but like you're actually going to make a SoundCloud and you're going to make an Instagram. Like that's a pretty large step of like
Yeah.
something that you're making for yourself and then you want to put it out. Like what was the process behind that?
So my cousins were already doing music,
Mm.
and they kind of like showed me how to do like how to record myself and do different things like that, and how to post on Instagram and different things like that. So I really was just following, like it was cool. Like they was making music, they was doing, it's better than just playing Xbox or PlayStation all day, and you just like you can do music. So
Were you anxious at all to upload that first song? Were you scared you were going to get made fun of?
nah, I really didn't show anybody. I just like I was in a different world. So
Mm.
like I was in the SoundCloud world. I knew people like producers, artists, like graphic designers, and my school world, like my in real life world, like they didn't know anything about that world. So it was kind of like free reign for me. Like if they heard me, they probably wouldn't know it was me.
Right.
Yes.
Interesting.
So I kind of just kept doing that till I started promoting it on my personals, and then people started to find out it was me. Like I made music.
Yeah, I actually did the same thing with the blog way back when. I was running it for a few years, and like my close friends had no idea.
Yeah.
Because we kind of weren't into the same music and this and that. And it was just my own thing, and I met all these people online. And then only after maybe I did like the Mac Miller interview or something, I was on camera. Like I posted on my personal Facebook. I was like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm doing this thing.
Yeah.
But that is interesting because I feel like that's a reason why a lot of SoundCloud artists, or you're not a SoundCloud artist, but why a lot of young artists start making music because they find friends online and like this whole alternative universe.
Yeah, it's like they just meet people that are in the same thing as them, and it motivates them. So they all want to get to the same place, especially if you starting off from like zero. Y'all both got like what 20, like 50 to 100 followers. Y'all all trying to get to the same spot, so y'all gonna repost each other music. Y'all gonna help each other with different things, despite like your friends in real life, like they trying to go do other things, and you got these friends who trying to get to the same place.
Right.
So that's how I know a lot of my like close friends is from my online, and I don't really have like say friends around me like back at home. I really just hang around my cousins and like 2-3 other like friends, but everybody's like family to me.
Who is kind of one of the first other rappers you met online that is still relevant today and like it's a name people would know? Like
you said, met, like what you mean?
Like met online, like through that, like through uploading to SoundCloud. Like who was one of like the earliest?
Autumn. Let me see. Can. Let me see. I can't really. That's like my main, cause I kind of like grew up like around them, like musically, like in that SoundCloud sense.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, those two for sure.
Because they're already kind of like this whole new wave is so new, but it's not really that new.
Yeah.
They're already kind of like on that, like they're like the first wave of the new wave.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. Yeah. Definitely. It's like a new wave coming. Everything's like buzzing again. So kind of like 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people are like saying stop comparing it, blah blah blah. But like I feel like people like that are not really seeing like what's actually happening. I think they're kind of just afraid of the fact like change is coming, and that's how like that's like old heads, bro. Like old heads, they don't. I'm pretty sure they wasn't liking the auto tune singing stuff. Then the auto tune singing stuff became a thing. Now it's other stuff. Like other people might not like it, but it all like comes back. You know what I'm saying?
It is very crazy to me as someone who's a part of the first 2015, 16 SoundCloud Wave, and I did a lot of interviews and concerts and whatever. I was very on the ground floor with it. It's crazy to see some of my contemporaries from that same time being like, "Oh, this new wave is, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give." It's like we all did this shit in 2015 because it was kind of like rebellious and punk, and we didn't like what was on the mainstream.
Yeah.
And now it's happening again. You're just fucking old.
Yeah.
It's not that it's bad. It's that you're old.
Yeah.
And that my whole thing is 16, 17, 18-year-old kids are always right.
Mm.
They control the culture, and if you don't like it, then damn, you got old.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, shit. I just feel like everybody has their time.
Right.
Like you had your time whenever like everything was lit. Like, oh yeah, we like this music, and other people was like, nah, like that's crazy. What y'all listening to? Like they were probably saying that about Uzi, Cardi, that whole wave.
Yes,
Now
absolutely.
and then they're doing the same thing now. So it's just
it will always, until the end of time.
Yeah.
It's like when you grow up and your parents, they don't really like the music that you listen to.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure the same thing for them. Like, they was listening to music their parents didn't like.
Right.
It's like a cycle, so I just let people talk.
This is the first time, though, and, like, I know it's like a cliche at this point, but this truly is the first time since that era where it's like, oh, it's exciting again, and it's really happening, and there's like so many new artists, and it's like a slightly new sound. Did you look back, like I know you cite like Juice WRLD and X as like inspirations, but when you were first making music, was it more you were looking at like your friends that you were meeting online as inspiration, or you're trying to draw back from that time as like an inspiration for your sound?
No, I was definitely, for inspiration at that time when I first started, was definitely my friends who were starting off. Yeah.
Right. I feel like that's the only way that it works. Because, yeah, sure, everyone has favorite artists, but if you're too inspired, then it's just the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, definitely.
And, like, you have to create that new sound with your friends. What was the first song that you remember uploading that, like, went a little crazy and you were like, oh, this might work out for me?
Yeah, I made a song called Important. It was like a dance hall type beat. Yeah, I dropped that song and it got like 5,000 to 10,000 plays in like couple weeks, 3 weeks, almost a month. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So yeah, nah, actually I take that back. It had 5,000 in a month. So I was like, okay, that's cool.
And it was like, holy shit, 5,000.
Yeah, it was a big number.
Yeah. And now if you put up a song and it's not at 5,000 in the first hour, you're like, oh, wait, something went terribly wrong.
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, I try not to pay attention to numbers because they go up and down. So I just kind of just try to stay focused on, like, the art itself, and the numbers are, like, come.
Thrax went viral on TikTok. That was pretty recently, right? That was like 6 months ago?
Yeah, and then it kind of resurfaced again with like the Drake meme stuff.
And what was the first time you remember seeing it? Because I'm sure some of your sounds are on TikTok and like you see people making videos, but like what was the moment you remember like, oh wait, this one might go?
Yeah, no, I knew already like Thrax was gonna go up, so I was like, let me make some catchy stuff, and then I just put it out. Like I kind of already had like a feeling it would go up. I just didn't know like how fast or like when. But yeah, I kind of had that feeling. Like I have a feeling whenever I put stuff out beforehand, like MIA,
right,
and Thrax and those songs, like those two songs for sure. Like whenever I made them, I was like, yeah, this is gonna, So.
Is that, do you like, you go what comes first? Are you listening to beats
Yeah,
and then you
beats.
pick out a beat you like and then you start writing to it, or do you have a hook in mind, or you have a line that you like? Like, what's the process like?
Yeah, I just listen to the beat, and then I kind of go from there. I kind of do my own thing. I go into like the booth and I think of like a melody. Like I just have my engineer press record, and then I'll kind of like hum along, see if I can find a melody. Then I'll replace them with words.
Mm.
Yeah, or sometimes I even like one take a hook. Like he'll press record, and I'll have like the hook already done, just in like one swoop, 'cause I already know like how I want it to sound.
And are you mainly recording at home still, or are you hitting studios?
Yeah, I've been hitting the studios way more, but I still record at home too.
What do you like more? Just like being in your house alone, or in the studio with like a lot of people?
I definitely like the studio vibe more. I feel like, yeah, I like the studio vibe way more.
Mm.
But recording at home, I'm not saying like I don't like it, 'cause I do. I just like recording at studios way better.
Right, because then you don't have to worry about your parents hearing you,
Yeah, it's
your
like,
sister, your brother knocking on the door.
hey, you doing your own thing.
Right,
So,
right. At what point did you link up with Cole to shoot the Calabasas video? Was that like a year ago at this point? Or no, that was more recent, right?
yeah, like in March, I think.
So,
January, February, March. Yeah, like earlier in the year.
so you linked up with Cole from Lyrical Lemonade to shoot the Calabasas video earlier this year. How did that process happen? Because from the outside looking in, it seems like Cole picks the artist, and the artist, they don't pick Cole. Like, he kind of vibes with you for like a while, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So we all met in the studio, and then I was just like playing songs and stuff, and like me and Cole and Zach and a couple other guys, like we already hung out like previously before the session, and then we went to the session and Snot pulled up, and then we was just playing songs, and then he liked that song. We both liked, so he got on that song. Snot did,
Right.
and then Cole was like, he was like, let's shoot this vid, and we shot it like the next day, or like the day after the next day, like 2 days, 1 to 2 days.
Damn, it was that fast.
Yeah.
And you said you had already met Cole, but like when he's in the studio with you, are you nervous? Or you're like, oh, I have to play my most fire shit, and I hope he likes it. I want to shoot a video so bad. Like,
Nah, I kind of was just like, if it's meant to happen, it'll happen.
Right.
You know? That's the type of person I am. But yeah, I think I played it like good. Like I'm just glad like Snot liked it, like this song. Yeah.
Because Snot had already shot a few videos with him, and it seems like Cole kind of likes to keep like almost like a theme of like, oh, Snot shot a couple videos, and then there's a new artist with a Snot feature, and then you'll have a feature on someone else's. Like,
Yeah.
it feels like all kind of woven in.
Definitely. Yeah. I like how he works, Cole.
What's it like actually on the set with him versus working with someone else?
Like you saying, what's different about him?
Yeah.
I'd probably say because he's like a younger guy, like we can connect like way more. Like he connects with like this new generation more than like older guys, or like older people in general. That's like shooting videos. Like I don't know, he's just like he's his own self. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, no, it's like it's an honor to work with Cole, especially like after all the videos he's done for all the watching your favorite artists like Juice, and you got Juice. He shot for Lil Skies. He shot hella artists. It's like Tekka. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, I got my own video. I'm on the list now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's like almost like sort of like a
Accolade.
Hall of Fame a little bit of like this scene. Like if you got that video, you got your fucking face on the plaque on the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's basically kind of how it is. As far.
And you said when you were in the studio with Cole, Zach Beer was in there. How did you meet him, and how'd that whole thing happen?
Yeah, so apparently, I think one of Zach's friends, Pedro, showed him a
Mm.
song that I did, and he liked it. And I think Pedro showed him more songs, and then I think Zach was just in like the beginning stages to of like building his like independent label, his
Mm-hmm.
indie label, and he had an artist already like under it, Mallory Merck,
Right, right.
and I guess he wanted like a hip hop type artist, rapper type artist. So he hit me up and we just started talking from there, like just on some cool stuff and chill stuff, not really on music stuff too much. And then yeah, that's really how it really started with me and Zach.
And you've since signed to Columbia.
Mhm.
What's it like going from working with kind of just like essentially Zach, a one man team, I would assume, a couple people, and now you're signed up with a major label that has a huge staff? Was that an adjustment to make?
It was definitely an adjustment. Like with Zach's label, like it wasn't like like they still had like a good amount of people like doing the different things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, of course Columbia's bigger because like you know what I'm saying, they've been in doing this for many years. But yeah, like it was an adjustment. Not too much, but yeah, starting off it was an adjustment. Like trying to work with all these people.
Because I remember I work in the music industry, and I remember when
Mm.
labels were after you and they were chasing you. I assume you met with a handful of labels. What was that like for you, being at the time still 17?
Mhm.
You're in high school, you were making music in your bedroom, and now you're meeting with all these labels and they're trying to sign you. Like, was it crazy? Was it fun? Was it annoying?
It was exciting.
Yeah.
Like just to see what everything in the future holds. It was exciting. Yeah, I like feeling important or like feeling you know. So yeah, it was exciting for me.
And how'd you end up choosing Columbia when there were also other labels
Yeah,
who were trying to sign you?
I just felt what was like naturally like comfortable for me. Like I didn't want to like force anything or like you know what I'm saying. Just what naturally felt comfortable for me. So we're in Columbia.
Right. Fire. Um, so what do you have coming up next? You're signed to a major label. You're going viral on TikTok. Videos on Lyrical Lemonade. You're on the forefront of this scene. You got one post on your Instagram that almost has 100,000 likes.
Yeah.
What's coming next?
I'm definitely working on my album right now. My debut album. Um, just really waiting and working on that and kind of staying on social media, enjoying life
Mhm.
and taking it, slow time. I'm not really rushing my album, but like, it should be soon. Stuff soon. Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah.
You've been performing at a few festivals too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you like performing at fest? Is it fun?
I like performing at festivals. I like seeing like the crowd's like reaction to different things, like sounds or like even dances or like anything. Like I just like seeing like a whole crowd like they know my lyrics. Like when MIA came on, like they all knew the lyrics.
So crazy.
Yeah, they had videos because I didn't even hear it because all I was hearing was I was seeing the crowd like scream, going crazy like that, but I didn't really hear them saying the lyrics. But then like after when people were taking like videos and stuff, like you can see all the like you can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool.
When you write lyrics, do you have that in mind of like, oh, eventually kids are gonna scream this back?
Yeah, no, I don't write down lyrics. I
Mm.
like all my music that I made, I freestyle.
Oh
Like
wow.
yeah, MIA I freestyle. All my music I freestyle. It's just easier to me. I only write down songs when it's like slow and like the lyrics mean something. Like you know what I'm saying, you just gotta pick what time to do what.
Yeah, you have like a lot of memorable lines. I'm gonna get them wrong, but a few that always fucking pop in my head. There's
Yeah.
like one where you're like something something in a frat
Calabasas.
Yeah, and then there's one where you're like, I forget what you say, but you're like, I sold like it's like something like I
Sacrifice my. Was it on
well
MIA?
that too, but also like I sold a Zan to Chad or something
Oh
like.
yeah, 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 yeah. I think that was on What You Doing. That was just on What You Doing. Yeah, I
Where
don't
is
know.
it coming from?
I don't know. It just be in my brain. I just be talking, bro. Like I just be talking.
Um, I saw you actually at I saw you at the Psych World Zach Bia downtown LA thing like 3 months ago.
Okay, you were there.
Yeah,
Oh.
because I had an artist who was supposed to perform,
Mhm.
Who Killed XIX. I'm not
Mhm.
sure if you're familiar, but they're like kind of more like aggressive punk rap, sort of like they went like mega viral on TikTok a few times. Uh, because my guy Gunner,
Mhm.
who's friends with Zach. But anyway, I was there.
Yeah.
Did you performed after the kids broke in the door or before?
I performed before. Yeah, I performed before.
Because so they were supposed to perform. It was a kind of a shit show. What's his name? Fuck, I forget his name. What's the kid who does Psych World with Zach? Jonah. He was
Okay,
like
yeah.
running around all crazy. He was so stressed. And then all of a sudden, we couldn't leave the venue. And it's not even a venue, it's like a weird room.
Yeah, it was. It
And
was
they
small.
closed the doors.
Yeah, there was a lot of people trying to get in. People jumping over fences, knocking down everything, trying to get in.
Like a crazy line around the block trying to see you perform.
Mhm.
And there wasn't enough security to properly let the kids in.
Mhm.
And the kids were threatening to just storm in.
Yeah.
So security locked all the doors, and we were stuck in there for like an hour. And then eventually, kids broke the door down.
Yeah.
And then I think you were performing either after that or as it was happening.
Yeah. I think it was as a like kind of the end towards my set. It's when, like everybody gotta go. Everybody just started dipping.
Like I think literally as you were performing, the cops were like walking in the
Yeah.
venue.
Yeah, I just remember like seeing
Your manager's nodding over there. Yes.
yeah, I just remember like seeing the cops and everybody was just like everybody going. So I was like, okay.
What's it like performing when kids are just losing their shit for you?
It's cool. Like I like that energy. I like that rage energy. Like I like kids who just like there's like a lot of kids who like go through like things and they're like held accountable for stuff so much
Mhm.
back at home that whenever they get out to like concerts like that they could just act buck wild. Like they could just go all out. I like that.
Yeah, because I've heard you talk about it in interviews and you touch on it in songs sometimes of like being anxious
Hmm.
and having anxiety. Uh, do you feel like your music is not only an outlet for you, but for these other kids that like they can listen to it and be like, oh, he has anxiety too, and then they can be at your shows and going crazy. Like, is that part of why you want to be an artist?
Yeah. I wanna change the world. I wanna do my own piece in changing the world for the better. Um, I definitely like. I seen messages where people are like, "Oh, you helped me through a tough time. Like this song helped me through a tough time. Like keep working, don't give up." Like I like seeing those messages. So
Yeah, because I feel like that's kind of how scenes grow is when fans feel like they're in it with the artist and it's not like this unobtainable artist on a huge stage somewhere. It's like, oh, they're like me
yeah.
and I can relate to it.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely being relatable.
So you're working on your album.
Mhm.
New music is coming soon.
Yep.
I got the exclusive breaking news tip
Yep.
that a new song's coming in a few weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm dropping a new song called Caddy
Yes.
in a couple weeks. I'm excited for Caddy.
What kind of song is it?
It's definitely it has like hard 808, but it's not like it's like a wavy song. Like it's like a flowy song, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're kind of singing more on it.
Yeah, like sing rap. Yeah.
Is that what you're focusing on the album of kind of like, not that you were ever like a Rage Beats
Mm-hmm.
artist, but like you're kind of, is this album sort of like transitioning a little? You said you wanted to like make songs for the radio. Like, is that like what people can expect from this?
I definitely feel like this is gonna be the perfect mix between underground and mainstream, like this album, which is really what I'm trying to nail. Cause I don't want all my songs to be like, you know what I'm saying, like all those songs are not meant to be on radio type.
Right.
You know what I mean? But all of them aren't like underground either. So just trying to find the right mix in between. But so far, so good.
Who's an artist that, not from this scene, but a younger artist now that you look towards and you're like, I would like a career like that artist. Like, I want to do what they're doing, sort of. Like, is there anyone out right now that you're like, oh, I want, I want to be on like a similar path?
That you said that's younger than me?
No. Like a young artist,
Oh.
but not like from this scene. Like, is like there anyone that's like, oh, like you hear someone on the radio and you're like, oh man, like it would be cool if I could have like a kind of career like them.
I always like wanted to know what it was like to be like a pop artist. Like one artist I probably say young right now that's doing this thing is Leroy.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's yeah, I like his music a lot.
He's so fire.
Yeah.
And he's the same age as you, right? Or is he a year older?
Yeah, he's a couple months older than me.
Damn. Have you ever
18
spoken with him before?
Nah, I haven't spoken, but like when MIA came out, like he was dancing to it. Like he posted on his story.
You and him would make a fire song.
Yeah, no, he would. Definitely.
We have to speak it into existence. It's going to happen. 2022, Leroy, Kobe. It's happening.
Facts. I'm excited.
Is there anyone else on the checklist of like, I like love so-and-so, like they're like my white whale of someone I want on the song?
I like SZA, Don Toliver, Uzi, Cardi. I think that's pretty much it for right now. Like who I want on my song.
I feel like those are pretty obtainable.
Yeah.
It's not too far of a reach.
Yeah, definitely able. So, I'm like I said, I can't wait to see like people's reaction whenever they see the track list.
Oh.
Yeah.
Teaser. Leroy's on Columbia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it might not be that hard. He is blowing the fuck up, but we're going to will it into existence.
Yeah.
I want to ask you more about the track list. I know you're not going to tell me.
Yeah.
I appreciate the teaser. Take it for what you will. SSGKobe, thank you for coming on. Is there any words of advice you want to leave for artists who are just starting out, or maybe they're 5 years in and they haven't had that much success?
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, a couple things. I'm not going to drag it, but a couple things I would say. Definitely don't find yourself comparing yourself to other people, because that's when you get stuck. Especially when you compare yourself to like people that's coming up with you, or people that's lower than you that's catching up to you, or like don't worry about any of it, like, because everybody has their own path. You just gotta focus on your career and your own path. Like literally, don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about anybody, and like it's gonna happen for you, because I'm pretty sure they're doing the same thing. Like they're not worried about you, and it's like you being worried about them. Like, you know what I'm saying? And second of all, if you are doing music and you're in school and you're dealing with like people bullying or like people teasing you or different things in music, like just keep your head down and keep working, because tables will turn. Promise you. Just stay humble and keep working, and anybody could do it.
Perfect. Thank you so much for coming on the pod.
Yep. Nice.
Super excited for you. Can't wait to hear the album.
Mm.
Kid Leroy, Kobe, 2022.
Right.